All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Krita Art, Digital Art. And today I'll be going through this exercise that I gave for homework, which is the line tool, exploring the line tool. So we got to draw each zigzag line using a different brush. Label the brushes used and its size. So how to use a line tool? Click the left mouse button to indicate the first endpoint. Keep the button pressed. Drag to the second endpoint and release the button. To activate the line tool from freehand brush mode, use the V key. V key is a shortcut key. To use other keys afterwards to constrain the line. Constrain the line means that you actually able to control it and you are able to keep it in a limited direction. So use the shift key while holding the mouse button to constrain the angle to multiples of 15. All right, I would explain that later on because I won't be able to explain that words. So I have to visually show you guys. You can press the Alt key while keeping the left mouse button down to move the line to a different location. Cool. All these are nice tricks to work with. Note, this tool is best used with a paint layer for brush effects. So I need to keep using this with a paint layer so that you can see my brush effects. All right. So now let us go over here. I'm going to start a new file. Go there, new, and I always go 11 inches by 8.5. No problem. Hit create. And yeah, and it's there. So now I'm going to be able to start. Let me just let me put the students on this side. Put the students there in that corner. Now, what am I going to do? I need to bring in my image. So I'm going over to reference images tool. Click there, and then I come over here and I click add reference image. Cool, no problem. So I need the reference image. I'm searching for my reference image that I gave the students to use. Okay, here, I found it. And then I'll bring it in and I open it. So I open it to a decent size. And I think that's a good size there. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn down the opacity. All these options you would find in tool options. So I turned down my opacity to about 36, anywhere between 30 and 40 so that I can see. So my opacity is down, cool. Now I'm going to choose my brushes. Now what I did is I recorded the brushes that I use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 6 brushes that I mainly use. So I got them recorded and I got them saved in a folder called line pattern brushes. So I'll be going through this. This first one is the Ink 8 Sumi. And let's go and see what that brush looks like. So I'm going to go over here to my line tool. I'm on the line tool and I'm going to choose a size of about 2021. That's a good size to start off with. And I'm going to choose a color. Choose a nice blue, the darkish blue like there. Cool. And now I'm ready to start. So how am I going to start? I'm going to come here to a corner at this point here and click. And once I click, I'm going to drag and I'm going to hold down my shift button so that I can get my line straight. Now, if I wanted my line straight up, that's holding shift in a 90-degree. But this only gives you straight lines at a distance of angle of 15 degrees. So this is 15 degrees away from 90, another 15, another 15, another 15, and right back down to 0 degrees right here, which is also another 15. So it moves in 15 degrees. If I keep holding shift and I go around, you get to see the 15 degrees. Anyway, so this is the line that I want. I click there. That's my first line. And I drag to get my second line. And then I do this. So I just continue, click, and then hold shift. And then click and hold shift. Click and hold shift. Click and hold shift. And once you do that, this is essentially what it is. So I have done that. That's my first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put So I think the line that I used, the pen that I used, sorry, was the wet textured soft brush. I ended up getting onto the wet textured soft brush, so I'm going to put in here. let's go back to here and see how we can change this now. So this is a wet textured soft brush. All right, let's put this at size 10. Blah, save, cool. Oh, again, I didn't put in the size that I use. The size is 21. That is the size brush that I use. So I'm going to put here, come back, brackets, 21. So that tells me my size, and I'm good to go there with that now. Now I'm going to go to another brush. So I'm going to use the ink 8 brush, and I'm going to increase the size now. So if I were, let's see. Oh no, that's a bit too large. So I'll carry this down to about 25. Cool. And thing. I'm just clicking and then I'm holding down my shift, clicking and holding down my shift, clicking and holding down my shift. And then that's another set of lines there done. Easy, easy, just like that. And that is being used. Oh, there. I did the thing that I shouldn't have done. I created these onto a vector layer. Why is this a problem? This is a problem because I'm not able to see the quality of the brush on the vector layer. So I'm going to grab these things that I've just done here. I am going to delete my whole vector layer. Yeah, that's the best thing. Put back the note here. Textured, soft. That was 21. All right. All right. So now I need to go back onto my paint layer, and I'm going to be using the brush. The reason why you don't draw on your vector layer using the brush, you don't see the quality of the brush. Now we can see the quality of this brush. So you can now see this quality of this brush right here. If you use it on a vector layer, you don't see the quality of the brush, and no one will never even believe that that's the brush you use. So now I'm on the paint layer. You can see the quality of this brush. Okay, good. So now this is called an ink 8. So this is ink 8, and that size there is 33. Cool. So back onto my paint layer, and I choose another brush now. I'm going to choose the Bristol 2 flat rough. Probably up this to about 49. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, nice. Go back onto my line and click, hold down my shift. And I get different patterns, different strokes, and I'm able to just complete the assignment just like that. So what should you take away from this? Well, one, you need to always be on your paint layer while you're actually creating your brush strokes. Now, what brush is this now? This is, let me just check here. This is a Bristol 2 flat rough. 2 flat rough, and that is at size 49, right? Cool. Now we go back onto the paint layer, and I'm going to choose another brush. So I'm going to choose the dry roller brush. And let us go here. And I'm using size 110 for this dry roller brush. All right, go on to my vector layer. And I place this here. So this is called the dry roller brush. Dry roller brush. 110 is the size. Save that, close, get out of there. Cool. Now let's go to another brush. Let's go to this one here, which is called chalk grainy. Go off a vector, go back onto my paint layer, and I make my marks. And it's just clicking. And then for me to get this straight line, I just hold down shift. And then now I come over here. And what's this brush called? Chalk green. So let's go here. What's the size? The size is 90. Is the size. Save, close. Cool. So I also can look for other brushes too. So let's say I wanted a different brush, because you don't have to get all, okay, I'm gonna explore this one, Bristol Tree Large Smooth. Let's see how that works. Okay, that looks good. Let me turn down the size, 67. That's a good size. And guys, you can use different colors if your personality is that sort of a personality that you like colors and all that. I'm not really into the colors now. I'm just making sure you guys understand how to use the line tool and how to use the brushes, right? And that combination. And then document your stuff so that if you see a brush you like, you can always go back to it. So this is Bristol Tree Large Smooth. So let's put this here. Tree Large Smooth. And what size is this? This is 67. The size. Let me hit save, close. All right. So we got about 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. I'm gonna just choose. Let me go chalk soft. Back onto the paint layer. Put on my line tool. I think this is a bit too large, so I turn down the size. All right, so that's that, and that's another chalk. That's chalk soft. Chalk soft, and that is 42. All right, so let's look for another one. I'll probably go with, let's go with that Bristol Rough. I like how that looks. So go back onto the paint layer, zoom in slightly, and then we start here. Okay. Onto the line tool. Change this to about 54, yeah. I like the effect of this brush. And again, to get the full effect of the brush, you need to be painting in a paint layer so that you can actually see what's going on. So this brush is Wet Bristle Rough. Wet Bristle Rough, and this is 54. Size, close, and I'll probably do 2 more. Let's see which I can do. Wet Bristle, no, I've done that already. I like this one, which is called the wet knife. I think this is an interesting brush. Very interesting. This is a wet knife here. So that is wet knife 75. Wet knife. $75. It is style. It is size. And probably the last one, what can I do? Probably something which is interesting. Texture big. Why not? Yeah, about 75. Okay. And again, I'm holding my shift button as I'm making these patterns. So that was the last one there. And for this one, I use texture big. Texture big at the size of 78. All right. So you go over here to my vector layer and I create a text box. And that there is something called texture big size. Texture big size 73. All right. And that there, guys, is the homework. Oh, I need to draw a stick man because that's part of the assignment. Yeah, to draw a nice little stick man. So I'll come over here onto the paint there. And how we draw a stick man? I just draw that. That. So, but I've just finished this homework now, this demonstration. So I'm going to save this, save as. And what am I going to save it as? I'm going to save this as line 2, line. Let me get some things out of the way. Line 2 demonstration. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and turn this all the way off or turn it down. Yeah, I can do that. And I can also save it as a JPEG. So I will go export for this one, export. And then I change the file type down here to a JPEG. And that is saved as a JPEG. Yep. And that there is it. So that's it, everyone, for that particular exercise. I hope everyone understood. I'm going to now stop the recording. So this brings us to the end of another demonstration, guys. Please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel.